Trail dust. That's Kevin, right?
Hello, everybody. Good morning. How you guys doing? Let me run in. We got the Lurst Furker, Trail Dust, Shane Lalonde, Robert Lonis, Mick Chu, Sully, how do. Um,
Morning.
just got the notification that Island Metal Forge is live. Where? I should turn this off and go watch them. What's up,
Oh
Doggo?
yeah.
Yeah, those two goofs on that Sunday morning show, man, they're funny. Uh, Hola, Speargrass.
Morning, Boar.
Bortgov, Robert Whitney, what up, what up, what up? Um, I believe, I know Sully's here now, but I know he's at work and will be uh, in and out for the first little bit. He's got to move a couple pieces into place, and then it's the sit and wait game, so he'll be able to join us in earnest once he.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said that's why I said I know he's here now, but um, what's
Well,
up,
hey,
Paul?
I'd like to preface everybody. I am working, and so there is going to be some radio chatter here and there. You may or may not find that interesting. Uh, some of it I'll be able to hit the mute button in time for. Some of it not. And just be forewarned if profanity offends you, prepare to be offended because I cannot control what these people say on the radio any more than I can control the sunrise or the sunset.
Yeah, yeah, Speargrass. Only two goofs today. I know you said that you'd be in and out and wouldn't be able to join us, but I'll cry in my own way.
Yeah, we're so sad.
Yeah, we were talking last night. We kind of got it figured out for the arrangement of the hosts here. Um, you got me, the fat funny guy. You got Sully, the brains of the operation, and then you're the voice of the operation.
Now all we need is a face of the operation.
Right here, the fat funny guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. I was kind of hoping we could go with somebody a little bit prettier, but I guess you'll do.
I don't know anybody prettier than me. I'll try to. That's what I'll do. I'll put a casting call out um, for attractive co-hosts.
Yeah, we'll get to. I'd say we'll get to just because of where I'm at this morning. We'll get to the middle of the week after I set the mud boat to drawworks. I'll have some wait time after that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what Adam's got to do because my memory is horrible. No, no. Let me do it in my own style. No, that my own style sucks. I'll try and do the good outro. Ooh, that'd be a nice idea, Speargrass. Send me an audio clip recording of the outro. Like,
Already
uh,
talked about this Yamez in the after show last week. Come on now.
yeah, that's true. See, memory. I got the memory of a goldfish. But yeah, it's how's everybody doing? Um, I had a nice and productive week. Got a lot done. Got a big job. Uh, not didn't get it finished on Thursday. Ended up going back on Friday to finish it up. Um, and like an idiot, then I took all day yesterday to was out working in the yard. Cleared the pad in front of my garage completely. Picked up a broom and started sweeping it. I'm like, I'm not sweeping outside, you moron. And some other stuff. I was gonna burn, but I'm like, it's a bit windy today, you know, and like it was funny. I was preparing. I pulled out the hose and was preparing the fire pit to set up some some stuff to burn, and like wind picked up as I got it ready, and as I was getting ready to light, and the neighbors across the street in the direction the wind were burning. These are the neighbors that they complain when I light my forge because it blows the smoke over towards them. Whatever. Welcome to the country. Hey, John Purnell. And like, I guess they peeked out the window and saw me getting the fire pit ready, and that they both came out and stood on their front porch and kind of just stared at me, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna burn today. It's just a little too windy. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, I wake up and it's freaking, gusts over 40 miles an hour. It's like, yeah, it's a no speargrass. I have. So I can't burn today. Heck, it's gonna rain after the show here, so I can't even go out, and work in the yard today. It'll ruin my chainsaw. Uh, let's see. What's up, Bill Corey? How do, brother? But but yeah, no, I haven't finished tidying my workshop. That is a big project. Not because it's not just cleaning my workshop. It's there is stuff that I need to move around and put into permanent places, and then build storage rather than just setting crap on shelves, which to me isn't storage. It isn't organized. It's just moving a mess from one place to another. And I hate doing that. So it's like, what's
Oh,
up?
I spent a day earlier this week cleaning up my forge area here at work, and got everything all tidied up, got the dust blown off everything, and by golly, if that didn't inspire me to light the forge and build a thing
And make another mess.
2 or 3. Yeah, and well, no, because I actually went to walk inside when I was done. I was like, no, 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 put everything away. And so I went ahead and put away my grinder and my hammer and all that shit. I was like, oh, okay, there. Now I don't have to do that later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up, Mr. Pekka? But yeah, I can't wait for the day that my shop, like that the shelves are organized, and I have bins to put on the shelves, but I have to clear the shelves to put the bins on it first. I've got to build a metal stock rack to get all of my scrap metal off the floor and out of their respective corners and up organized. I don't really have a place for that just yet. Um, so it's like I got to build that. In order to build that, I got to clear the space. But in order to clear the space, I've got to, build the racks to put the stuff. So it's like moving a mess from point A to point B to make another mess. Then I got to clean that mess up, and then I got to place. I get overwhelmed. But we talked about that last week. Let's not keep this intervention going, please.
Yeah, we've only got so much time to talk about how bad you need to clean.
What's up, Ken? uh, but yeah, I'm working on a 25-ton press build at the moment, which is messing the shop up. I'll tell you real quick. I hear you, man. Yeah, Speargrass, thank you. Who's made what this week? Who's made what this week? I haven't had time to make anything this week. Um, so everybody's just chit-chatting amongst themselves. Blues,
Right,
what's up,
yeah.
Blueberry? Actually, no, Speargrass, I did clean up a mess. Um, I think you've seen satellite image of my property. It looks a little different now. Hey, Chewy. Stuck on my neighbor's son's swap or water pump swap out today. Cool. That sounds like fun. Couple dinner bells. Soldered the pins on a magnetometer. Magnetometer. Is that so that you know when magneto's coming?
How about a magnometer?
I'm reading it right here. It says magnetometer.
Oh, magnetometer.
Magnetometer. That's
Yeah, whatever.
so you know when the X-Men villain comes into play. I see Yama's. When did he show up? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, where I'm going, Cody. I know I'm going that way.
I just got over the flu, so I haven't been foraging. That sucks, boy. Oh, was it the man flu where you're like laying on a couch and oh my god, I'm dying. Swapped out leaf springs on the boss's rock crawler. Nice. Dad joke. The only thing keeping my jokes from being dad jokes is kids.
But
I tell you, my girls, they just don't get it. I crack a joke at them and they just stare at me like and blink a couple times. Like, are you gonna feed us this week? No. No, I'm not. Oh no, everybody hide. Ben's here. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy?
well, I mean, to be fair, you know what your girls are thinking there every time you crack a joke at them, right?
Feed us?
No, emotional damage.
Emotional damage. What's up, Dana? McChew made a guillotine tool. Okay, Bill Corey. He's going in on this how this magnetometer works. It's an electronic compass to hook up to an Arduino board so that I can build a radio direction device. Yeah, exactly. So that you hold it in your hands and you turn and it says magneto there. Magneto there. He's moving. All right, I'll stop. Ben Toombs finally got some free time. Right on. Eric, how do?
I don't care where it's at. It's gonna fit on the truck. No, I'm like 2 inches to the right. I don't really care.
Can't stay snowing again. That's what I said, Ben. Arduino. Sir Ben of the Blue.
Stop causing emotional damage.
Let me see. I got to. Here we got Robert Lonis listening.
He's outside. Has no idea that it's that.
It's the short guy. Yeah, it is. Amber Powell. Hey, girl, how do? What up? Still waiting for you to come down to the shop. Bill, I did create a couple more sound files for Billy Big Mouth Bass. Now he quotes Search for the Holy Grail and Princess Bride. Right on. Is that Sully underwater? Yes. Sully is currently underwater. Sully's recording studio right now is in a pool. No, he's fine. He sounds fine. What you're probably hearing there is over the radio. He's at work, so there's radio people. I hear you there, Amber. If you ever need any tips about it, call me. How are you doing trailers? Are you having a hard time hearing Yamas? Trailers. Sea straws. Yeah, Ben, I feel that you're just taking words and putting them together, not caring how they sound. What are you talking about? Am I not seeing comments? It's like Ben is having a conversation with himself. A whole bunch of stuff just went like over my head. My voice? How you doing, Trails? Are you having a hard time hearing? Yes. My voice should be all right. Am I a little quiet? Let me turn that up. Check, check, test, test. Oh, straws. How else is he gonna breathe underwater? Yeah, I hear you. Speargrass. In Ben's case, it went between my legs. Yep. At least something does. Hey, John Jude. Curtis Lee, how do? Amber, yeah, I know about it. I think I've mentioned some of that stuff on the show. But yeah, I mean, it's not a big secret. I am an open book, so it's like I can, go into it or at least mention it. Yeah, like back when, like 6th or 7th grade or something like that, I was diagnosed with a few things, and, one of those was Asperger's. So it's like after I stopped giggling, yeah, I've learned to live with it, deal with it, and, get it. And one important thing is do not, under any circumstances, use that as an excuse or a crutch. Um, don't drop your hammer, you might crush Ben. uh, um, yeah, I'm off the charts there, Speargrass. I'm off the charts. Um, I gotta keep in mind to keep checking the Discord. There's the hot cut Eric made. Hot cut hearts. H-frame. Nice. H-frames by Robert Lonas. But nice job on that, though. Good job on the hearts. There is a tip I've heard to get this, unless that's not what I think it is. That actually looks pretty center. No, that looks pretty good. Okay, that's just a shadow. I thought that was another one of this part. I was going to say there's a tip to get this centered. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I can hear callers okay, but you sound like you're talking far away. Okay, yeah, that's purely because I have a, let me get my audio capture filters set. Gain, just a little bit. And check this, close, close, close. Yeah, that should be, something's okay. Turn off noise suppression, maybe. Check, check, test, test. Anyway, yeah, most of the worst thing you'll hear is my computer fan. Yeah. Damn, I never knew they blamed my ADHD for everything. I won't use it like that. Need to learn to deal with it and figure it out. It's not hard, Ambler. It's not hard. I was misdiagnosed with ADD and ADHD at a young age as well, because back then they diagnosed every freaking buddy with it. But yeah, after years of counseling and therapists and blah blah blah, I kind of got properly diagnosed. Okay, peoples, I'm off back to work, and well, have a great evening wherever you are. Keep it hot and hit it hard. Will do there, Speargrass. Mr. Coffee, good morning. I am fantastic. Best thing ever. Figure it out. Oh yeah, it's always figurable outable.
How about now?
I can hear you
Hey.
now. I didn't know I couldn't
Yeah,
hear
I've been sitting here chit chatting for like 15 minutes and realized nothing. Everybody's just ignoring me. I'm like, what the hell?
you. It's not on purpose.
No, it's just I got to think. You know, it's that thing with Discord. Once I come back to Discord, it's screwed up. So
Basically, if you do that, you pop in and say, "Can you hear me?" and nobody says anything, we can't hear you.
you're
It's
right.
not, we would never purposely ignore you. We'll go ahead and put the Forge Chat Discord invite back in there, and paste. This is the official Forge Chat Discord, and it invites you to the Discord. Enjoy. Yama is having a hard time speaking today. Am I? I mean, yeah, probably. My brain's all over the place. I didn't get a good night's rest, and had a long, hard week. So, my audio levels seem right, but if y'all can't hear me, I'll bump up the gain.
Man, there's no reason for me not to go ahead and back up. You don't have to take me off of it right now, but there's no point in me just sitting there because we're not going to move it at all.
Test.
What
Yeah,
the
I
hell
mean-
is? Wait. Oh, I'm out of air.
Oh, I know what it is, guys. I know exactly what it is. It's not even in the OBS settings.
What did you do?
No, it's my volume mixer. Open sound settings, input. Yeah, there it is. I can see it's bad now. Manage sound devices. No. This is gonna get a bit. It might get really loud for a minute, and I'll try and not blast y'all's ears out. Yeah, it's at 94. It needs to be at 96 or 97. Test. That ought to be much better. Yeah, I knew that. All right.
Yeah, hold on. I'm out of air. I'm building air.
All right. Back to the chat. I think I missed some. All right. Let me see. Somebody saying hello to Thomas. That means I missed somebody. Thomas Goodamoot. Good morning. How do you get the Discord thing up? If you're on mobile, go to the Google Play Store and get Discord on your phone. If you're on PC, you can do the same thing. You can go to Discord, click the link that I just sent, and it should open in Discord. Yes, and then it'll give you the option to download Discord, and I think that does it for the mobile too. If you click the link, it'll pull up Google Play and say install Discord. And then you make yourself an account and all that fun stuff, and you can be in the Discord. For those of you who don't know or don't remember, Amber Powell is part of the Tidewater Blacksmiths Guild, my Blacksmiths Guild, local here. So Yeah, I remember when she first joined the guild. Scared to see Yams on the big screen. Yeah, John. uh, can hear Discord, but not you. Hmm. Okay. How's the daughter things, Mr. Toons? She's still a better blacksmith than you? She's always a better blacksmith.
You have to go around.
All right. Got a propane and a coal forge now. Nice. I know I'm smoking too much, but dang it. Shut up.
Not much you can do about that now, is there?
Not a single thing.
I'm so hot, I'm smoking.
Yep. We are 5 out of 7 boosts to get to level 2.
Oh man, we're 2 away.
2 more boosts.
Who got us? Who got some more in there?
I have to check.
Oh, that means we can do that later. It's not a big deal. It's, you know, I mean, between me, I know there was me, you, and Rob. I think, or maybe it's just me and you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd have to check. I know Rob's a booster. Yeah, you and your dang shapes there. If you could do a palm tree shape, that'd be awesome, Trail Dust. But I gotta pay attention to this. Chewy and Robert Lonis are listening. Nice. And I'll tell you the thing about being an audience in the Blacksmiths Church stage here is, well, there's no 15-second delay. You hear it as it happens, which, I mean, it's whatever. One thing, we have it set up to where you could raise your hand and, you know, if you have a question that you'd like to speak and, you know, be a part of the show. This is by no means a we talk at you show. This is, you know, full-on audience precipitation. You know.
You may participate if you so desire.
Yes.
It is not required, but much appreciated.
I mean, even if you just want to pop in and say hi, say hi. Scott helped you make the call. I need to get up with Scott's, man. It's been too long. I've just been so busy. I know Open Forge was this past week, and I did not get a chance to get up there.
I mean, heck, you could even pop in with a Baba Booey if you wanted to.
Baba Booey. Okay, blower noise. Yeah, that's the filters. Let me turn that noise suppression back on now that it's obvious that that wasn't the issue. And that ought to make it a little bit better. No blower noise. Oh.
Get me hooked up already. I got to get out of this guy's way.
And yeah, Amber's been blacksmithing for a few years now. I remember when she first joined the guild, came over to the Open Forge. That was funny. There's a funny story, but you know, I ain't gonna say it because it's embarrassing sometimes. Then we think we were mad at him if we didn't mess with him. Yeah, absolutely, John. None of that mushy stuff. That just goes away with the rain. New on Reds. That is Amber. Welcome to the Forge chat. Yes. Be sure to check our rules and familiar yourselves. Yeah, I don't think anybody here's gonna, you know. I mean, this is a pretty chill group. I don't think anybody's really going to mess up with the rules. Blow my nose, no. But anyway, I don't know where Sully's at with the with his work, with his dropping his derricks and whatnot.
Give me just a second here. I'm getting ready to set a piece, and
Okay.
then I'm in waiting.
That works because Amber has raised her hand, so now I accept or invite the send or whatever, and that allows you to click. There's like a thing along the top that will say, move to stage or
Become a speaker.
yeah. There you go. Hey Amber, how you doing?
Hey,
How you been, girl? Morning, Dylan.
going through shit, but
Language.
staying in there.
On the live stream, we do watch our language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know. It's not a rule or anything. It's just we have kids that do watch the show. So yeah,
Oh,
that's why you hear me go stuff.
gotcha. I'm sorry.
No problem. So
But yeah,
yeah,
once it starts warming up and stuff like that, I plan on taking the journey out and visiting you.
yeah, absolutely. Bring a weed whacker or at least a chainsaw.
I got a weed whacker and I have a chainsaw, but I don't know how to use the chainsaw yet.
Right. No, it's my shop is open and I am able to host. It's just a bit messy and my yard is messy and all that fun stuff. But more overgrown than messy. Oh no, it's equally overgrown and equally messy. But yeah, yep, this is the Sunday show. I know you've popped into the Sunday show before. I know you've popped into my forging shows before. But yeah, the Sunday show it's like this, have guests on. Me and Sully are the co-hosts and are the hosts, and Speargrass is a every other week host because he works every other week. And it's just chit-chatting with the community, and Sully is the brains of the operation, and we'll set up a metal of the week or a topic of the week for us to discuss, and once he's ready, he's at work right now, once he's ready, we'll get into that. Yeah, but John Jude, Amber, please, my mom is listening. Hey, Necktie. Morning, Shane. But yeah, so fun stuff. Yeah, bring a trailer if you want. I've got a 500-pound propane tank that you can have. And about 500 tires. I can't remember who it was, but somebody in the guild had told me that they would come by with a trailer and take all the tires for their property, and like they never did, and it's like that was like 2 years ago, and it's like,
Wow.
come on, doesn't anybody want my garbage?
Go to a mechanic shop. Maybe they'll do it.
Yeah, no, my mechanics don't want them. I even went to the paint.
Wow.
There's a OBX paintball down the way, and I figured, oh, they'd take them for obstacles and stuff, and nope, they're like, nope, we got our own piles. I'm like,
You can make chairs out of those, right?
yeah, I know there's a lot you can do with them, but like, okay, I couldn't give them away for free. What I need to do
I'll
is buy
take one. I need a chair.
yeah, by all means, if you got a truck, you're more than welcome to grab whatever tires you want out of my yard.
Unfortunately, I have a small car.
Okay. Let's see. Damage needs a tire cutting machine. What I need is one of them freaking, all, grind-alls. Just two, and just set that up over the dumpster and just throw stuff in it and let it.
You might be able to rent one.
Yeah, probably. Thanks, guys. You all have a great Sunday. Go whoever you're rooting on the foosball today. Is there some game playing? Everybody's talking about football today. in the different chats that I'm in. It's like, is there something going on or
I
something?
did hear the halftime show was going to be worth watching. I don't know about the game, but
I don't know. Oh, Chewy's raising his hand. Let's
Oh, is this Super Bowl Sunday?
I guess so, maybe. Invite to speak. Chewy, you're welcome to come up. There you go. Hey, Chewy.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello to you, Amber and Shamrock.
Hey.
howdy.
Yeah. We'll do, some chit chat. Dylan, someone building a roll cage, Chromoly. We haven't gotten to the topic just yet, but again,
I'm waiting for a little bit of a pause in the action so that I don't have to do it in parts. You know what I mean? So give me a few minutes to figure something out here, and I think I might have a chance here shortly.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm in the process of doing some leather work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got tired of typing, so I figured I'd talk instead.
Yep.
I encounter that problem all the time, and I'm like, hey, I'm just tired of typing. Can I just call you?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I got a cell phone, so I could actually talk to people, not text. Unless it's somebody I really don't want to talk to, then yeah, I'll
You
text
don't
them.
have to.
Yeah. I'm that weird mix of like extremely sociable but leave me alone.
Same.
Yeah. I mean, like
I completely feel that.
Yeah. Make country boy raise bed with the tires. One thing I thought about with the tires is I seen a engineering show. Sorry, random shift. Squirrel. Where they dug a trench for a road and laid the tires all down like and then filled it with gravel, and it like all holds together and makes a real nice solid road. And I thought about doing that for my driveways, but same issue. I don't have a machine. I ain't digging all that by hand, and gravel is expensive. That much gravel.
You have a Sawzall, right?
Yeah, I've sawzalled tires before. It's brutal and annoying.
Make planters out of them.
Yeah.
I've actually thought, like gravel and dirt and stuff like that, going to a place that does all the. I can't remember the words.
I am sitting over here waiting for them to. I was gonna get in the front of the sub so that we could.
Construction workers.
Yeah. I'm a construction worker.
Yeah, all the land yap that they got going on.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like I put out feelers for anybody who wants tires. Like I do that like once a year, and like the most people I get is people looking for for tires for their vehicles. It's like, do you have 4 of this type? It's like, I don't know. Come and dig. If you're talking about putting them on your vehicle, they're all dry rot, but you're welcome to have them. I make no guarantees.
Post them in art forums.
Yeah. I might try that. I do have ties in the artist community down here now.
Cool.
Yeah. But one thought is building a wall along the back of my property with them. But then I'd have to fill them with sand or gravel, and to keep the snakes and the mud daubers down.
You can use them as planters.
I put anything that I grow dies. Anything that I try to keep alive that's a plant dies. So
I'm going to attempt gardening this year.
Yeah, I have not got a green thumb. I'm gonna come by and take a tire
I
with
just
a
don't
power
have
hammer
the
under it.
energy.
Right. Yeah, I don't work. I just talk about work. And as for burning the tires, yeah, I don't know about that. Freaking my neighbor, the people across the street, they complain about my freaking coal smoke as it is. I can imagine if I start a tire fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what you need, Yama. Is a big ass tire fire in your yard.
Right?
Oh, you got a problem with coal smoke? Take this.
This is gonna burn for days. Well, I will say another neighbor did do a tire fire at one point, but he did it right for doing it. You know, on his property, he was clearing the back of his lot, and probably about like 24 trees, like full on trees, not like saplings, but trees. He felled them and made a big pile and threw all of his tires in there and lit it up. Like the freaking top of the flames was probably 50 foot up, and it was just so much heat that it pulled all that. It was like a jet stream going straight up 1,000 foot in the air. You couldn't even smell the tires. It was amazing, and he did it overnight.
Wow.
Yeah. Most local dumps will allow you to dispose of 4 tires a year without extra charges. Right? How many local friends do I got? Not much. Not many. Steve Jorg. Be gone, bot. Okie dokie. Now the neighbors that I have across the street, they're an old retired city folk couple, and they moved down here to live the country life, and it's like you can't live the country life and then complain about your neighbors doing country things.
That don't work.
Yeah. Can you all still
I have
hear me?
always wanted to live in the country. That's why I learn as much craft and old school things as I do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because honestly, I want to be self-sufficient.
I'm forgetting a major thing when I have somebody talking here. No, I can't hear you, Chewy. But somebody new on the show. Okay, so I know this because I've talked with you before. But okay, yeah, let's do this. Amber, what got you into blacksmithing?
Rusty. He heard that. Oh, I told him that I am very, very good in the heat. Cold absolutely hurts me. But I can thrive in 100% humidity and 100-degree weather and be just fine.
Let me get
So,
you this. Oh yeah, try this.
And I did just fine.
Rusty, for you guys, is a guy in our guild.
He passed away quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. he was my adopted grandpa.
Mm-hmm. Adios, bloobs.
I'm actually working on his table that he used to use.
Nice. And what genre of blacksmithing do you do? Bladesmithing?
Me?
Yeah.
I am bare minimum novice.
Okay. Right.
I haven't done it in so long because of the winter and everything that I forgot that you don't quench in between heats.
You don't.
No. I ended up pissing myself off and Scott was laughing his ass off at me.
Right. No, yeah.
So I gotta go back over the basics, which
it's always a good
okay.
thing to double check your basics every now and then. He's got his hand raised again. I'm sorry. The hand raised thing is on one screen, and I read the comments on the other screen. So there you go.
Okay, let's see if this works again. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Chewy.
Yeah.
Mrs. Chewy, when my microphone decided to go out, said hi. So
hi.
Hi.
And ironically, her name is Amber as well.
Yeah, Robert says, yeah, that's a good way of halting the forging, quenching it.
Yeah. I felt stupid because a friend of mine that was going off to something core, work core for forestry. He wanted a leaf to be able to like do outdoorsy, because they can't have any weapons on them whatsoever, like a knife, stuff like that, which is ridiculous because you're in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted a leaf that had kind of an edge, but not an edge, and Scott ended up giving him one of the old leaves
Yeah.
in the shop.
Yeah.
That does seem ridiculous. They should have, if he's going out to do forestry work, he needs some kind of edged
Yeah,
implement.
especially because the type of forestry that he's going for is actually for fighting fires.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, he most definitely needs one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a safety thing. But Sully, just in case
But
you were trying to
it's like-
talk, you are muted right now.
But
Oh, that would explain a few things. Dang it!
I just noticed it now. I'm like,
Oh,
Sully's
wait.
been awfully quiet.
Yeah, no, I've been chit-chatting right along. Yeah. Story of my life today, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. I know that when you're multitasking, you have that issue. So multitasking with different with the radio and all that stuff. That even happens when we're
I
side.
got two radios going. I got the what do you call it? This thing going, and people throwing me hand signals. So yeah, I got a whole lot going on. I was looking at the time. It's like, man, we're down to 15 minutes. We might could get Chromoly in right about now.
Yeah, if you're ready to do it. All
yeah,
right.
let me switch over to my notes. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. It's when I come back to Discord that it stops working.
I'll let you know.
All right,
Oh.
so Chromoly is interestingly enough, I didn't know this. So my only experience with Chromoly was back when I was driving dirt track cars. That's what I used to go down to the metal getting place and say, yeah, I need 90 foot of inch and a half 95 Chromoly, and they'd bring me out the tubing and I'd go build a roll cage out of it. Now it's called Chromoly. Obviously, that's a mashup of words between chromium and molybdenum. And molybdenum, molybdenum, and Chromoly falls under the 41 series of ASI designation. So basically, Chromoly is 4130, 4140, 4145, and 4150.
Nice.
So this adds the chromium and the molybdenum give the steel a little bit different qualities than its counterparts like 1030, 1040, etc. It's easily hardened by heat treating, work hardening, and case hardening, which most of us are fairly familiar with hardening and tempering 4140. I know I've made quite a few hammers out of it myself. So.
Mm-hmm.
Some examples of uses for 4140 are automotive industry, i.e. like tie rod ends and sway bars and drag links and things like that. And also in bicycle frames, heavy equipment, it's used quite a bit in the oil and gas industry and metal production and forming industry. It's also used for the manufacture of drill collars, which I had no idea drill collars were 41 series.
Yeah.
And it's also used for conveyors, roll cages, gas cylinders, and 4150 specifically for the barrels for M16s and the M4 carbine for the U.S. military.
Wow.
So
You're speaking French, but wow.
So you could essentially take a bike frame and turn it into a hammer.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, you'd have to forge weld it all into a billet first.
You'd have to smash it all flat and then forge weld it all together.
So 4140, would that be a good thing to use to make a forge press frame out of?
Sure.
Yeah.
the thing with chromoly, like, so when I built roll cage tubing out of it, or roll cages out of it, I didn't know what it was or anything. I didn't know anything about metal at the time, other than this is what I'm supposed to use because this is what's in the rules.
That's
and
where I'm at.
and so and the reason that they told me back then that you got to use chromoly is because it doesn't break. Like when you take an impact, your roll cage will bend. It won't snap off. And we had old people around here that be like, "Boy, that roll cage is pretty small and chintzy. You need to cut that crap out and go get you some of that 2 7/8 black pipe and put in there." And I'm like, "Man, the roll cage would weigh more than my chassis if I did that." And there are people that do that. They use that old oil field pipe for a roll cage, and then when you get hit, it breaks. It cracks because it doesn't take the heating very well. And but with chromoly, man, it once you weld it, it won't crack at the weld. It'll just sit there and bend and crumble. And I mean, you got to really mess some stuff up to break it off.
Right.
And I did not know that's because of the chromium and the molybdenum and all that, and that lends to its properties of being very malleable and crack resistant, so to speak.
Yeah.
In the tubing form, at least.
So can you make? I know you can make tooling out of 4140 and all that, like hammers and stuff like that and punches. But could you make tooling for a forge press out of chromoly?
Well, like not the tubing probably, but as far as as far as like your dies and stuff like that, oh yeah.
Yeah, because if it holds the same properties and it's the parent steel is like the 41 series, that's like ideal. That's the ideal. I mean,
Yeah, that.
my power hammer dies are 41 series unheat treated, and they hold up nicely. What's up, Roy? Roy's in the house.
First off, welcome, Mr. Roy. So to make dies for presses and hammers, you don't have to heat treat them. You don't have to temper them or anything.
I didn't necessarily say that. I just said I didn't. I'm using forklift tines, which are a 41 series, typically, and that I didn't do it out of sheer laziness.
Am I working?
Yeah, you're working.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I didn't do it out of sheer laziness. A mixture of laziness and excitement to get to work on my power hammer. I said, okay, maybe I'll harden these dies later. There is one die that I did go through the effort to harden or to heat treat, and that would be my drawing dies, which was two. I took and basically welded a round, like 1.25 bar of 4140 to a plate, and I'm like, you know what? This is a lot smaller than the forklift tine, and I heated it up in the forge, quenched it in oil, and then, used it, and it works.
So it is an oil quench steel, not water or anything like that.
I played it safe.
So I'm going to go ahead and stretch out and fix this
I played it
bottom layer
safe, and
all
I
that
quenched it in oil, because it was a mystery steel that I was told was 4140. And anytime you're dealing with a mystery steel that, you should heat treat, you err on the side of caution if you don't have enough material to do do a bunch of different snap tests and all that stuff. So I just, since I welded it to a piece of mild steel plate, I erred on the side of caution. I don't need it rock hard. I just need it durable to be able to beat it.
Right. Okay. I get it.
So, I mean, a lot of the tools that I have are either replaceable or fixable, where like, hey, after about a year of heavy use, I got to redress it. with the exception of my hammers and, with the exception of my hammers. I buff up my hammers every now and then, but they really don't see a lot of, deformation or dings or any of that such, nasty stuff. Metal Forge, how are those tines working for you? I have 3 sets and want to turn into anvils, hammers, and other tools. They work great. The forklift tines are working great. There's no, I've had so far no deformation of my hammer dies, and but to be fair, like if you're working something hot, you should be all right. We've gone into that quite a bit.
So, Sully, quick question. How thick of a sidewall can you get with Chromoly?
How thick of a what?
The wall.
Sidewall. The inner to outer diameter.
For Chromoly pipe. Tubing.
Oh, I have no idea. I've never looked into it. I have only ever bought 1.5 inch odd 95 and 1 3/4 odd 95. No, 1 1/4 110. When odd 95 and 110, that's the thickness of the material. But yeah, that's the only chromoly I've ever purchased, other than square stock for hammers.
I'm sure.
I could not tell you what kind of stock you get it in as far as tubing or square or round. I don't know.
I'm pulling up McMaster Carr right now, and yeah.
So
thick wall.
How just
Schedule 80?
Sheer morbid curiosity, how expensive is that stuff?
It depends on where you go. I know McMaster Carr is pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but you get it now.
Yeah.
So fairly quick turnaround then.
Wall
Yeah,
thicknesses.
I ordered 2 bags of rivets from them, and I got them 2 days later. But they charged, it was like a $6 bag of rivets and a $13 bag of rivets. It cost me $49 because they charged me $24 shipping. Because it had to come from one bag came from one place and one bag came from the other, and I paid I paid $12 shipping for each bag. And I was like, holy crap! But I got it in 2 days. I mean, I could have taken 2 weeks and it wouldn't have mattered. But
all right.
in hindsight, I'm like, I can go get them somewhere else.
So on McMaster Carr, under searching for chromoly steel, it brings up multi-purpose 4140 alloy steel tubes, and also known as chromoly steel. This versatile 4140 alloy is used for a wide range of parts such as gears, axle shafts, collets, and die holders. It resists fracturing from repeated stress. Anyway, the yield strength is 60,000 psi. Rockwell hardness is B85 medium. Yes, it's heat treatable. Maximum hardness after heat treatment, Rockwell C60, and then specifications numbers. It has a list everything from for wall thickness. From 0.028 of an inch to 2 inches wall thickness. So
wow,
yeah, it's got a nice range of wall thickness. And let's go with, you were asking price for the 2 inch wall thickness. Length, let's go with 1 foot. Add to order.
Well, let's say,
For 1 foot of 2 inch wall thickness, 6 inch outer diameter, 4140 alloy steel tube, 1 foot is $450.68, not including shipping.
Now, so I was gonna throw in there what I didn't think of when I was naming off the list of stuff that it's used for. One of those things was drill collars. Okay, now if you're not really in the oil and gas industry, you might not know what that is. A drill collar is a piece of pipe, like just for instance, that we have them on this rig. We've got 13 of them, let's say, and they are 32 foot long. They're 8 inches in diameter, and they have a hole down the middle, an inch and a half in diameter.
So like 4-inch thick walls, 5-inch thick walls.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So
and so I mean, like, and they weigh, you know, like 3 of them they're like 8,000 pounds. Well, no, I think those are 8, 10. I don't know. They're freaking heavy. You can only pick up 3 at a time with a forklift.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's like an 8-inch solid round stock
like
with an inch and a quarter hole drilled through it.
Yeah, it's like 130 pounds per foot or something like that. 130, 150, somewhere in that area.
Yeah. Aren't some hydraulic cylinder shafts made out of it, which are solid? Could be. Point is just like most steels, you can get it in whatever dimensions needed. It's just, you know, how much you're willing to pay for it. And I'm not willing to pay $450 for a 1 foot of 4140 tube.
Yeah, absolutely not. I would totally agree with you, Yamas.
Yeah. But so got to collab with some machinists channels in order to get an idea how to use it properly. I think you're talking about an annular cutter, and I'm not sure what an annular cutter is. I think it cuts things annually.
Yeah, only when it wants to.
Yeah, Roy, I hear there's some pretty good videos out there on YouTube. But yeah, that's enough of McMaster Car. Anytime I open McMaster Car, I shudder at the prices.
It is quite salty.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, basically, you know, bottom line with chromoly is something we learned today is when you hear somebody talking about chromoly, it's kind of interchangeable with the 41 series steel. But not.
So Sully, did you say they use it in like tie rod ends and stuff like that?
That's what I heard.
Sorry, Robert just said annular cutters are like hole saws for metal. That's what I need. I need an annular saw, a hole saw for metal with an 1 3/8 internal diameter. Need annular. I've been searching for these things. I'm like, metal hole saw. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Sully, go into more detail on the chromoly and 4140 and you're welcome. I need to get this in so that I don't forget. Annular cutting.
Yeah, now I was gonna say, Chewy, on the issue of like tie rod stuff, it is not, tie rods are not necessarily 4140, but they can be 4140.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Just like any other automotive component, like axles and stuff like that, it's likely 4140, but they could have used a 10 series. You just never know. A little bit more.
Right. Okay. Well, that would explain why, you know, I work on cars too. So, that would explain why some of them will snap compared to bend, because I've had tie rod ends and sway bars bend or break, and that you said that 4140 or the chromoly will bend before it'll break.
Most often, provided it's not hardened or whatever.
Right. I think for sway bars, they do kind of mildly harden them if they're not chromoly, but I'm not sure. I'm not a metallurgist yet.
Right. but yeah, I think how would the forge welding for Chromoly 4140? I've never actually tried to forge weld 4140 to itself. Would the chromium in that screw that up like it does for 5160?
I think he's a little busy.
Yeah, he's busy. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, it got very, very faint.
I'm setting a piece. Hold on.
Yeah, do your thing. But more of a question to those others out there. Anybody have experience forge welding
No.
Chromoly to itself?
All right, now what was the question?
Well, we could ask Roy.
Yeah. So Sully, the question is like say you did have a tube of chromoly tube, crushing it down and forge welding it to itself. Would the chromium in it, I'm assuming, like 5160, deter it from forge welding to itself?
I'm unsure. I've never actually forge welded. I've never actually forge welded 4140 to itself. I've only ever forge welded it to 15N20 and to 1080. Also in a railroad spike, because I did throw in a 4140 core in a railroad spike one time to make a hardened edge spike knife. But that is the only forge welding I've ever done with it.
Right.
Dogbone says that big truck axles are made from 41 series of steels. That's
That is
interesting.
correct.
Yeah. Well, I've always heard that axles are the 41 series. So
Yeah, like when we were at Quad State last year,
There was a guy selling NASCAR axles, and they were 4130.
right. I figured
It was the first time I'd actually seen 4130.
I figured I'd ask Roy about it too because of all his experience in working with making pattern welded steel, and he's welded every possible steel to itself and to different steels, because it's what he does. No.
Hey Roy, that's a good video idea for you, buddy.
He'd be like, I'm going to do Damascus today, and he grabs a whole bunch of steel, throws it on the table, and says, "No, I'm not." Yeah. Roy at Christ-Centered Ironworks trying to do Damascus? For shame. No, he can do it. It's just he doesn't want to. He's gone out. I don't want him to. He's going to end up just jumping in here and going on a rant. I'll tell you this, though. If Roy jumps in here, I got to boot everybody. Because he gets going and whoo. Yeah. Roy scares me. No, he doesn't. Roy's a teddy bear. Especially with his beard and chubby cheeks. No, I'm sorry, Roy.
Now I think you're goading him.
I am. I absolutely always. Roy knows me. Roy, ooh.
Don't poke the bear, Yamez. Don't poke the bear.
It growls back.
Grr. I do have a question on these annular cutting bits, though. Does anybody have any idea of which size cutting bit would have an internal diameter of 1 3/8? Because they're $60 a piece, and I don't want to buy one and find out that it's the wrong size that I need. So there's that. I have hole saws, but they're more for
Okay,
wood.
Ben. You don't need to be poking the bear either.
Oh, man, that would be hilarious to see Ben Toombs standing next to Roy. I mean, that's hilarious seeing Ben Toombs stand next to anybody.
Would it be kind of a Mutt and Jeff type thing?
I tell you, when we met Ben Toombs over there at Quad State, it was like he walked right up to me, said hi, and it's like, he goes, "Who said that?" We had to pick him up to get him in the pictures.
Oh no.
Anything can be welded with Christ-Centered Ironworks brand metal glue.
Right?
That would be flux, right, Roy?
Um,
No. Roy doesn't use flux. He uses Christ Center Ironworks hot metal glue.
Oh, my bad. Now y'all got me poking the bear. Great. But yeah, I'm looking into trying to make a forge press, and I'm trying to figure out, what all I need to use. They use that in I-beam too, don't they?
I-beam.
I do not think so.
I think
I-beam is a structural, and I think that falls in the A series.
the eighth. I believe I-beam is A36, and where it gets its strength is its shape.
Right.
It's a
Okay.
cheap way to achieve strength is to use I hate to say
All
lower
hail.
quality, is to use shape for the strength rather than alloys
I
for
got
the
Big
strength.
Daddy here.
Okay, what size? 'Cause I might be able to find some cheap I-beam laying around. What size I-beam would you suggest for
For what?
a forge press?
Press build or
It depends. What size? You're doing the 25-ton, right?
I don't know if I have the room in my shop for that.
The room in the shop,
yeah, I just seen him.
you don't. One common misconception when building an I-beam or a press is, like it can be small, and still have a lot of power. As long as if you're doing an H frame, as long as it's all, the welds are good, the steel is strong, and it's solid. I've seen presses made out of, C channels. You have a C channel on this side facing that way and a C channel on this side facing that way, with a gap in between them with spacers, and that's what, runs the slide up and down. And, toss them on wheels. It's the only moving parts are do this. The whole thing don't shake or move around. And for that point, you could even make the press in one spot, have the actual pump and motor in another spot, and just run lines to it. So like pretty much you're limited to the size of the pistons, and the frame to set those pistons up.
Right. How compact of a piston could I get though?
That's
That would have that kind of pressure.
time and money. It depends on how much you're willing to spend on it. I don't know. Hey, Stefan, I don't know offhand anything about hydraulics and pistons and whatnot like that, other than it's a science that scares me because of the immense pressures involved. But yeah, it's like dog bones. It's just like you can make a tabletop version of a forge press, like that's still strong and sturdy. Essentially, if you were strong enough, you could hold a forge press up and it and be like, all right, here, and it would still work. Like you could hang a forge press from chains in the roof if you want. It's because the frame of it doesn't matter. It's where the throat moves. Hey, Debbie. Good morning.
Right, okay. Well,
I was
and I
glad to have you here,
understand the
Stefan.
whole being concerned about the immense pressures. Trust me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. I've been thinking about getting one of those little 110 electric log splitters and making one out of that.
Yeah. I've seen
You can
electric.
do
I've seen log splitter presses before. Are they as efficient as a custom built forge press specific? Oh, hand raising. I don't know if I can have another person in the chat. Let's see. But yeah, yeah, it's I've seen a 5-ton. I've seen 5-ton forge presses, and while they're not as efficient as a 20-ton, 25-ton, 50-ton, 100-ton press, those who say they can't be used are assuming the
Can you hear
person
me?
is. Yeah, I can hear you. Those who say they can't be used or won't work for forging, in what
Hey,
context?
gotta step out of the truck for a minute, so I'm gonna be MIA for a second.
Okay. Yeah, those who say that like a 5-ton can't be used for forging, it's like, are you expecting to forge, a freaking 5-inch steel down to 1/4-inch steel? Sure, a 5-ton press won't do that, but like, will it, press and squish metal? Yeah. As fast as a bigger press? No.
Yumez,
Yes.
off the wall question.
Off the wall
Could
answer.
you help? Could you help me make one of those?
A press?
Yeah.
I don't even have a press. The only person I know who's built a press in person is Scott.
Really?
Yeah, Scott built his press, and it cost him. I think because he's got a 50-ton. I think it cost him. It's either a 50-ton or a 100-ton. It's either 2 25s or 2 50 ton shafts. I can't remember which one. But he overbuilt it, and I think it cost him a total of $9,000 to build.
Whoa.
So it's not like building it yourself. You're saving a ton of money, because if I were to do a press, I would buy a press because, or get a already built press and then modify it for forging, because the hydraulics terrify me. I don't know the pressures. I don't know all that stuff, and it involves a lot of math that I'm not willing to do.
Gotcha. But you said that you could do it at a log splitter?
Yeah, you can take a log splitter, stand it up on end, and then make yourself some dies for it, some custom dies for it. And I think at most you might have to do a like a support bar or something, to make sure that it doesn't like press and then bend, because it's only got one
Yeah,
way.
Amber, check out Speargrass's log splitter electric forge. He made one. Thanks for that, dog bone. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he made one out of a little horizontal log splitter, and it works pretty good for him, I guess.
You said spirit grass?
Speargrass.
Spear.
Hey, what's up, Granddad? Yeah, Speargrass Forge. Speargrass Forge. Speargrass, one word. He's got a pirate flag for his. He's one of my co-hosts. Or one of the co-hosts here. It's just he's not
How
here
do you
today.
spell spear?
SPEARGRASS, all one word.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know you're relatively new to the blacksmithing YouTube community, but most of the people in the channel here can help you out. And most of the people in the channel here are on the Discord, and if you go through the Discord, you see a bunch of different categories, and you can ask a question in those, and somebody will get with you on it.
That's awesome.
Probably going to be Stress Master. He comments on everything.
See, one thing I love about the YouTube blacksmithing community is nobody's really overly judgmental or overly opinionated on things. They actually give you advice instead of telling you, hey, you're doing this the wrong way. You need to do it this way, and this is the only way to do it. Whereas on YouTube, that's the way they do it all the time. Or not YouTube, I mean Facebook, excuse me.
Yeah. I got off Facebook. Only reason why I have mine anymore is for the guild, for my LARPing community, and for my art pages.
Yeah, I still have some of the blacksmithing groups on there, and all I ever do is go through there to get ideas on things to try to learn or try to figure out how to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided Facebook wasn't worth the effort.
It's not worth the stress.
Stopped checking it for
Sometimes
6
I
months
agree.
and then deleted it.
Yeah.
I took all my friends off, and I'm like, if you want to get in contact with me, just call me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some of my friends that don't have phone numbers, so I kind of have to keep Messenger, but I don't really get on Facebook a whole lot anymore.
I have mine Messenger, but that's for my art page, the Amber Dragonfly Forge.
Right.
So we kind of got off the subject of the middle of the week.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Hey, you're smoking the same kind I am.
Montegos, Dollar General.
They're cheap and they're not bad.
Yep, $3. Sorry, I'm just doing a small little bit of research on the side here.
7 reasons not to start blacksmithing?
Who said that?
Speargrass Sports. It's one of his videos.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that video. I watched it. He's actually quite funny.
Is he the? I can't remember. Did he do the one where he summoned Roy or whatever? Had the little, or was that Alex?
That was Alex. That was Alex.
I knew it was an Australian.
Right.
It began with an A.
Now, I actually need to make a knife for my niece. She just turned 2 years old.
Wow, a 2-year-old with a blade.
No, it's my sister is actually she's the one that let me know that I'm autistic, and my sister is going to be homeschooling her, so she's going to not learn things as this generation is. She's going to learn how to respect everything.
That's a good thing.
Thank you very much.
I commend your sister for that.
Yeah, and she's doing an amazing job. But the knife is going to be passed down to her when she is of age.
Right. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a joke. Sorry.
Sorry. Jokes normally go straight over my head.
I gotta hit the chat here. Roy, thank you for the super chat. One for the road to Sport Yamas for putting these live streams together. It's fun. I love doing it. Thank you very much.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate these live streams. I get a lot of good information from them.
That's what we try to do here, especially with the medals of the weeks and the topics of the week. So you can thank Sully specifically for that.
Thank you, Sully.
Thank you.
But yeah, on the log splitter, the cheapest way I've found is to get you go to Harbor Freight and buy you one of the little cheap, I think they're $300 log splitters. I think you can get them all the way up to, I think it was 9 ton. That was at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two that I was at.
Yeah, you can get them from a variety of places. I'm doing good. Devi asked how my week was. It was busy, Devi. It was really busy, work-wise. But yeah, good thing to do if you're looking to do a forge press modification to, and we'll probably do a tool of the week on forge presses at some point. But a good, if you're looking for a log splitter, you can always look for, keep an eye out for one used on Marketplace.
I've had my eye out for the last 6 months and still can't find one.
Wow.
Only ones I find are the big gas powered ones, and like I said, I don't have a whole lot of room in my shop, so putting one of those in my shop would be kind of asinine.
Right.
But the little 110s are a nice size. You can put them right up on your workbench, and they're movable, storable. They don't take up a whole lot of room. And I'm thinking about going with one of those, but I don't want to go out and buy a brand new one and end up messing it up and be out $300-400 for being dumb.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd be that stupid person that messed it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all in frugal and what you're willing to put into it and get out of it. It really kind of boils down to that. Trying to
So, comments.
Yeah.
Sully might be a better person to ask this, but is railroad track kind of a chromoly type of steel?
No, it's not.
Nope. Let me see. I got this right here. It's handy dandy railroad track thing. Which specific track are you talking about? Because I could literally
full size
pull up
railroad track is what
whatever.
I've got.
Full size. Okay, so big stuff. We're talking 73 millimeters across the top.
I haven't measured it, but yeah, probably.
Okay, that's the biggest possible stuff right there. And let me. Okay, so. I'll tell you exactly
it's big
what
enough to make an anvil out of.
Adam still has mine.
65 steel. I don't know how to look this up. I haven't actually looked this up yet. But, no, I had a guy right after we did the railroad steel. We did a whole episode on railroad steel. On rail steel.
Railroad rail.
Yeah. So, if you go back, I'm sure we discussed what type of steel it is. It is tool steel though. I just couldn't tell you offhand what it is. But anyway,
Okay.
with all of that, it is pushing 11:30, and so I'm going to go ahead and clear the stage so that Sully and I can do our outros, and we'll call that a day. So we'll push you guys back to the audience. Take no offense.
Well, have a good one, and y'all keep.
If you want to stick around for the after show, it'll move over to the other chat. So
Yeah, we'll move the after show to the open forum chat. But yeah,
Cool.
moving you
which
guys.
Yamez can do that automatically and kick everybody over there. So.
Yeah, I can drag you guys over there. Y'all don't have to do anything. All right, moving you to the audience for right now. And all right, so yeah, I don't mean to cut it abruptly or anything. But yeah, pushing 11:30 and we'll get to the after show. Thank you all for checking us out. Let me see if I can pull a Speargrass Forge here and do a nice. You can find me at islandmetalforge.com. Island Metal Forge Instagram, Island Metal Forge, YouTube, Island Metal Forge, Facebook, all that fun stuff. All the socials. If you Google Island Metal Forge, I will come up. Do this show every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, where we talk, like we just saw, blacksmithing, all that fun stuff, and life. You can find Sully over at Shamrock Forge or Transcendental Artist Studios on YouTube, and I believe also, are you Shamrock Forge on Instagram still, or did you switch that as well?
Oh, my YouTube, my TikTok, and Instagram are all Transcendental Artist Studios.
Yes.
So it's all under the same name now. So if you look up Shamrock Forge, you're gonna find somebody else.
Yeah. And he wasn't really in the show today, but you can find Speargrass at Speargrass Forge, all the socials. I wasn't gonna try to do that with an Australian accent because I am not crazy.
I would have tried it, just so you know. I would have butchered it horribly.
Me too. All right, mates. But
You can take me out of Speargrass Forge.
that just sounded wrong. Okay. So yeah, my final thoughts is, thank you all for hanging out with us and dealing with us and putting up with me, and thank you very much for the super chat. I highly appreciate it. And yeah, a bunch of clappy hands for that. So awesome. Silbert, you got anything to add for the final forums?
You know what? Today, all I got is, hey, thank everybody for showing up. I really do appreciate it. I had fun today, even though I was trying to listen in and trying to get my 2 cents in edgewise and build a drilling rig at the same time. So thanks for putting up with that. I'm not sure how much of the radio chatter came across, but I tried to minimize it as best I could.
Not much at all.
So y'all have a great week. Enjoy, and see you back here next Sunday for Blacksmith Church.
Yeah, and I will be here Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern for my Forging with Yamas. I should be back out in the shop. Okay, and hopefully there's no internet issues. I think that's all over. Fingers crossed. So I will see you guys. Much appreciated, and talk to you guys in the after show. Goodbye now. And we